Welcome to our first interview, and I'm actually very glad that I got the chance to interview Steffi Hobuß. She's a philosopher by training, and actually she nearly teaches at the Leuphana University since 25 years. So I guess that she has a pretty good insight into the Leuphana University study degree model and also has a lot of experience in how it is to study at Leuphana University. And she'll share these insights with us in the next minutes. Currently, she is the academic director of the college, so we can be super happy that we got the chance to talk to her. So I'd like to start with a question. What is actually special about the Leuphana degree model?
Many thanks, dear Alexa, and dear listeners. Today, I'm very happy to talk about that because I love teaching at Leuphana in the framework of the Leuphana Bachelor model, and I'm quite enthusiastic about that. And I'm really happy we have this special model. We are the only public university in Germany with that college and undergraduate model. And the special thing about that is that we offer a combination of one major subject, one minor subject, and of what we call the complementary studies. And that means our students do not only choose one major subject, one subject they will be majoring in, but in addition a minor subject and a whole third of their studies that's oriented to other inter and transdisciplinary things and courses.
So could you give us an example of a combination of a major and a minor, and maybe for a course in the complementary studies?
Yeah, many things. You can think of very different combinations. The ones being more tight or narrow together, and others perhaps quite unconventional. For example, you can combine by the choice of the major and minor subject and the complementary studies. You can produce a degree like the PPE profile, that's called politics, philosophy and economics, a subject as one subject normally that's not offered in German public universities, but by this combination you can choose, for example, economics as a major subject, philosophy as a minor subject, and then you can choose from courses in political science in the complementary studies, or the other way around, like you would like to stress the most important things of your studies, or where you would like to be majoring in. But other combinations are possible as well. Cultural studies, major in cultural studies with a minor in economics, or cultural organization with sustainability studies, and many combinations that will perhaps make you fit for positions in society, and perhaps leading positions in society we today do not think of that might be existing in some years.
So you already hinted a bit on that. So how does a student have to be, or what characteristics does a student have to bring to study at Leuphana?
Yeah, perhaps an important question we like to address. What must they be? It sounds perhaps a bit harsh, but we are addressing special students that consider themselves as open-minded and interested in not only one direction. We would like to have students at Leuphana they do not think only of one job, and they are not interested in other things beneath the major subject. Those students perhaps should better choose a kind of normal university, and we appreciate students who are interested in many things and open-minded and critical thinking. And perhaps students who don't consider studying as only acquiring knowledge. Sometimes people think of acquiring knowledge or learning as that by a funnel things and knowledge comes mysteriously into your head, and you only acquires that knowledge, and it doesn't change you, and it doesn't change you and your life in any way. And we consider a completely other way of learning together, of learning in a space, in a community with others. And for example, we are action oriented and do research-based learning and things that are not conceived as just putting things into your head.
Thank you for that insight. And I guess that's actually already shows how the Leuphana semester will look like. So if you have decided that you want to study at Leuphana, got into your preferred study program and chose a combination of a major and a minor, how does the first semester at Leuphana look like?
That's our Leuphana semester. In the Leuphana semester, all majors start together with 3 common modules, which are mandatory and attended by all first semester students together, independent of the subject they are relatively majoring in later from their second semester on. And there they are doing teamwork, they are doing first research-based learning projects, their first own academic projects. And these 3 common modules are called humanities. That's a module where students learn to write the first proper academic paper. Then a module about sustainability and digitization, where they work on an own first project from the field of sustainability and responsibility in society. And they have the chance to get an introduction into digital programming and being part in our what we call our project Data X, and a module about methods, about the role, and an introduction to different methods in the sciences.
So that sounds like that you're already working at least interdisciplinary in the first semester. And I was wondering, what is actually the advantage of combining different disciplinary and interdisciplinary contents within one study program?
Yeah, I truly believe that it has many advantages. Of course, the other degree models work as well. Of course, you can study only theology or law or whatever on other universities. But we see and what we think of our degree model in the tradition of what we call liberal education. It's our Leuphana Bachelor is a bachelor program, an undergraduate program in the framework of liberal education thinking. And that's the advantage of starting from the beginning with an open-minded program, and students taking responsibility for their study and the courses they will be doing during the 3 years of their bachelor, of their undergraduate studies. The students have the responsibility to choose, and they have the freedom to choose from a very big, huge range of courses. And each student has her or his own then study program. And that's, I think it's a big advantage, because students learn from the beginning to think out of the box, pushing the envelope and being prepared for the future.
Actually, that sounds super interesting. And I thought, apart from your studies, why is Luneburg actually attractive also for international students from your experience?
Yeah, on the one hand, of course, it's Leuphana University that I think is interesting for internationals, because it's the only public university, only public college, only college in a public German university. And that's why Leuphana is so much interesting, I think. But it's the town of Lüneburg as well, because Lüneburg is a small town. It's about, I think, 80,000 inhabitants. It's a really small town, but a very beautiful town with a historical town center, very beautiful architecture with water, water and restaurants and pubs in the historical town center. And it's quite near, of course, if you find it's too narrow or too small. Sometimes on the weekends you can perhaps go to Berlin or to Hamburg. Hamburg is only 30 minutes by train, and Berlin is about 2 hours by train. Then yeah, there you can go to real big cities and yeah, metropoles, yeah, in between when you find it's too small, but students find it feels quite good to be in that small town in a real community of students here at Leuphana.
I do totally agree with that. So actually, thanks a lot for sharing your knowledge and your experiences with us, and we'll proceed in the studio from now.
Many thanks and goodbye.